Lionel Messi, one of the best, if not arguably the best footballer in the world, may well be heading to play in Saudi. Hi, I'm Sarah Forster at The National and welcome to this week's edition of A Closer Look. Now, there must be something in the water at the moment because there is an influx of top-tier footballers heading to the region. The big name in the papers at the moment is, of course, Messi, and joining me now to talk a little bit more about that is our head of sport, Steve Luckings. Steve, thanks for joining me.
Hi, Sarah.
So you were actually over in Paris just now, weren't you? And you spoke to a few of the fans. I mean, first of all, let's just explain that for anyone who has been living under a rock and doesn't know, Lionel Messi, one of the best, if not arguably the best footballer in the world, may well be heading to play in Saudi.
Well, that seems to be much of the reportage at the moment. If we just explain a bit of the backstory, Lionel Messi was suspended by his club, Paris St Germain, for what they describe as an unauthorised trip to Saudi Arabia around about 10 days ago. Lionel Messi thought he had authorisation to go on the trip. Seems to be some miscommunication there between club and player. Since he returned, he's been suspended by PSG for 2 weeks, and that has only fueled rumours that that is his next destination. Now, I was in Paris this weekend for the Laureate Sports Award, where Messi was named Best Sportsman. Got a chance to speak to quite a few Paris St Germain fans, and to say they were less than happy with how it was handled from his side. Mm-hmm. Not so much that he wants to leave the club, which seems to be very evident when his contract is up in the summer, but more the timing and the optics of it. You know, PSG are in a battle for the League One title, still 4 or 5 games to go. Him going to Saudi Arabia, they're very much of the opinion, why couldn't this trip have been taken at the end of the season? So yeah, that was their sentiment.
Well, there's a lot of media reporting at the moment that's a done deal. You know, the ink is dry. You know, he's booked his plane ticket, but that's not the case. And even his dad has come out to say that's not the case, right? So what's being said at the moment? So
yeah, his father Jorge has made it very clear that no deal has been agreed, and that any agreement on his future will be decided in the summer. Mm-hmm. His contract is up in June, when Messi will be 36, and he's got options on the table. One of them, undoubtedly, is Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. Another option is Barcelona. They're slightly hamstrung by financial fair play. It remains to be seen whether they can raise the finances that it would take to get Messi back over, but the numbers being reported for the Al Hilal deal, 400 million euros, it's... And that's a week, right? Is that a week or a month? No, that's just for... Just for signing? As I understand it, it's for a 12-month contract. Oh, okay. Which is still astronomical. It would dwarf Cristiano Ronaldo's deal that he's on with Al Nassr. And I think if we kind of row it back a little bit, the very fact that Lionel Messi is a brand ambassador for the Saudi Tourism Board, I think it very much, points to the fact that at some point in the future, that would be where he would play his club football. Whether that's this summer or not, we don't know. Very much just speaking to a few of the people around him, it sounds like he's holding out for a better deal from Barcelona. But again, whether they can raise the kind of money that's being put up by Al Hilal, we just don't know. But certainly, I think the only thing we could say for certain at this point is that he won't be a Paris St Germain player this time next season. That sounds pretty clear. What's it like for players, so you're saying that he's basically interested maybe in Al Hilal, maybe in Barcelona. It's a case that he could probably go to Barcelona and then still go to Al Hilal. Could he do it the other way around? Al Hilal and then Barcelona? Who knows? I mean, I'm not privy to the negotiations or the deal, but like I said, he'll be 36 in June. He proved quite clearly at the last World Cup that he can still play at the top level. So who knows? He says he wants to play on to the next World Cup in 3 years' time. So yeah, that's a route he could take. I'd be surprised if it was that way around, but can't close the door completely. So we've had Ronaldo come out here. Now it looks like there's a good chance Messi might be coming out here. Like, who else
Who else do you think might succumb to the Middle East draw? And
well, I think what Ronaldo's move to Al Nassr at the start of this year did was pave the way for those kind of deals. And Messi in particular, obviously, Messi was part of a PSG team that played a friendly against a Riyadh Select 11 involving Cristiano Ronaldo. This obviously ignites talk of them renewing their rivalry in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, the very fact that the Saudi League has lured Cristiano Ronaldo looks very much in the frame to sign Lionel Messi. Yeah, I think that kind of opens the doors for lots of players. I know Sergio Busquets at Barcelona is also going to Al Hilal. So these are bona fide superstars who are heading there. So
can we potentially envision a scenario where people all over the world are tuning into the Saudi Football League to watch all of the greats? It will be like, a stage for the great top tier Premier League players to go and...
Yeah, I mean, look, you follow the best players, and this is why the teams sign the best players, and that's why they pay them such huge amounts of money. So yeah, I mean, sure, if you get enough players, enough teams, they'll come to watch.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Steve, and enlightening us a little bit more about the Messi situation. Well, that's it for this week's episode of A Closer Look from right here in the Nationals newsroom. Remember, you can find all of our previous episodes on our YouTube channel, and if you have any suggestions for a future episode, you can leave that comment in the box below.